Hello my beautiful friends and welcome. Today's video is all about Pat McGrath Mothership 7 Divine Rose. And I understand that she's coming out with like a second release of this, maybe switching it up a little bit. So this is the original. I'm going to give you just a tiny bit of backstory and then we'll get into the palette. So if you're only interested in the palette, zip through this. Most of you know that 2020 is a no-buy palette year for me. And I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room because I had a $100 Sephora, the gift for turning in your points, and I did use that before the sale. So I scored the Pat McGrath, the Opulence, the smaller 6-pan palette. And I haven't had good luck with Pat McGrath. I've never bought one of the big Mothership palettes because quite frankly I wasn't interested in any of them. I didn't think I'd use them. And I had like a Sublime Bronze 6 and I didn't like it. I didn't think the quality was all that in a bag of chips and the colors just weren't it, so I ended up selling it on Mercury. Anyway, I really love the Opulence. I need to do a video on that palette, but with COVID and just really, can we just be honest, all the crap we're going through with, we're well into more than 2 months of quarantine now here in Seattle and probably where you are. And even if orders are being lifted where you are, you might be doing what I consider the prudent thing and doing your part to not catch this. Anyway. I was so impressed with Opulence that I really wanted this. It's beautiful packaging. Normally Pat doesn't always turn my crank with her packaging, but this was pretty. And it wasn't in stock on her website or Sephora. And Sephora got it back in stock, and so yeah, I did it. I spent $125 and I got this palette. So this is, I haven't even opened it yet. This is my first time. You get to see it. I hope it was worth it. So I've undid that. It is beautiful packaging. I love the roses, the pink roses. And when you open it up, it's the black lacquer on the inside. So if you haven't had a Pat McGrath palette before, I mean, they're spendy, right? Spendy. This is what you get. So this is, you know, it's not a super nice box. It's been folded over. You see it came, how do I show that to you? It came torn, all right? So if I was a collector, that would probably bother me. This is the card with all the shades, so that came separately. Here's the moment of truth. I'm going to show you before I show me the big, come on, open, reveal. Oh, okay. Wow. All right, so honestly, I thought there would be a little more pink to this, but this shade here, it's backwards. That shade, oh my gosh, that is VR Rose Venus. That looks amazing. So, okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm swatching that color. You know, I suck at swatches, and honestly, if you want swatches, go to Pat McGrath's website, look it on Instagram, find somebody else on YouTube who's a lot better at swatching. Tati's great at swatching. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It is gold, it is peach, it is pink. It's beautiful. All right, well, so looking at this palette, shoot, I'm sorry because I'm going to refer to the Opulence palette, which I probably should have done a video on first, That'll be next. The Opulence palette has an amazing crease color for me, for my coloring. This palette does not. Looks like maybe the closest, this Velouria, which is kind of a dapple gray mauve kind of color. It's the one that looks light enough to maybe be crease. So let's grab, I've got a MAC 221. It's small. Since I don't have a lot of eye area, I like using small brush for my crease color. I have already primed my eyelids with MAC Paint Pot, which I am loving. I just got one, okay, I was gonna say a few months ago, but COVID messes up everything. So probably now 5 or 6 months ago, Sephora put them on sale and I'm loving it for the primer. So here we go, right in the crease. All right, that actually, color me surprised. That's pretty good. Let me pick up a little bit more and go in again here. And I apologize, I can see in my mirror down here, I so need my brows done. I am really not good at tweezing my own brows. And yeah, they're a bit of a hot mess. I get them threaded, and of course, we haven't been able to do that. So, okay, I take back what I said. I didn't think it was going to be a great crease color. I now think it's a good crease. It's a really interesting color. I like it. I think when I put that extra back on the original side, I got a little too much, personally. So I am liking it more here on this second side. I think I got the right amount. And you know how we fix that. We take a big fluffy, this is a Reefer number 16 brush. It's a big fluffy brush. And we blend, 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 blend. There. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm liking that. Now you know I got to go in with that Rose Venus, and I'm just going to take my finger here and do that on the movable part of my lid. Oh my gosh. Okay, that is, okay, I can't say pretty anymore. I've said that so many times. Divine, yes, hello, divine. It is sparkly without being teenage. It's light and bright and just a little pop of interest. Like, okay, we're supposed to be heading into the spring, and maybe where you live, you're like, heck yeah, already in the 80s, already wearing shorts. Don't be fooled by this. I'm looking out my window. It is gray, it is cold, it is 58 degrees out there. The furnace is still running, and that is one thing about Seattle that pisses me off. May sucks. Okay, enough ranting. Oh, gosh. Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, I have no idea why that just quit. I'm so sorry. My battery shows that it's good. Anyway, doing the other side here. Oh, perfect for spring and summer when maybe you don't want a really heavy look, but you still want an interesting and fabulous look. This shade, I feel like, would definitely do that for you. Now, I need a little something out of the corners. So this is something I have been trying. This is a Sonia G brush. You can see it's small, it's round, it's a little dense, it's a little thick. It's called the Pencil Pro, I believe. That's what it says on the barrel. And what I like about it is it lets me put down precisely what I want where I want. So I pick just a wee bit up on the brush. And now I'm gonna do a little bit outside here and then come down. That 7, that backwards 7, and you can see that it has just laid down the color. And that's all I want it to do. Ooh, it blended with that VR Rose Venus, made a very interesting color. Okay, let's go back to that reefer, that big fluffy, and now when I blend it, what I'm expecting is that it just blends in nicely. It makes a nice shadow out there to kind of widen my eyes. Okay, it blended. I won't say it blended nicely. You know what? This is the problem I had with the the bronze palette, that I felt like it just didn't blend. Everybody, you know, I like Mel Thompson. She loves the Pat McGrath palettes, and I have always been, like I said, nervous, not just because there's always like, how many colors am I really going to use out of that, but the blendability. And if you're like, Kris, you are so doing that 10 kinds of wrong, let me know down below. I would love to learn. So I'm giving it a little bit more. That's also the beauty of this brush. I feel like that if you do blend it out way more than you wanted to, you can bring it back. I will say that effect is pretty nice. I just tapped it in there one more time. There we go. And I'm going to come down here on my lower lash line just a bit. All right. Overshot, of course, right? Isn't that what makeup is? Anyway. Okay. Blended nicely. All right. So let's try on the other side now. Same deal. Okay, I like how that came out. I'm not super thrilled with the quality of that shadow. That is what it is. I think just if this were a normal day, I'd stop right there, but because I'm playing with it for the first time and with you, I want to pick up some of these, these highlighter colors over here. It's the iridescent pink and the astral solstice. So I have this teeny tiny brush that I love, but it gets lost. There it is. This is the Reefer 03. It is a teeny tiny brush, and I love it for the corner of my eye. So I am going in with that iridescent pink. And that didn't show up at all. Oh, there we go. Holy. Okay. Dang. I wasn't expecting that. Can you see? That is pink. That is bubblegum pink. Did you read bubblegum pink from that at all? No, holy zolies. That merits some swatching. Does that show? It looks, you know, you can see the iridescence in the palette, but on it just goes bubblegum pink. Wow, okay. Certainly not what I was expecting. Perhaps a little cray-cray, but hey, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's hit the other side. And again, the first time I applied it, I felt like I couldn't see it, which I'm having kind of now that I know what I'm looking for, I see a little bit of it there. But then I went in big, so wow. Yep. Bright as all get out. I'm gonna be a little smarter before I do that. I'm so glad I decided not to use that as a highlight under my brows. Holy cow. There's another one here, this Astral Solstice. There's that. And yeah, that's nice, shiny. That's a little bit more like what I was expecting. So let's see. This is an unknown brush. Let's take this one. This is Reefer the 02. So what I was looking for was a brush that was very flat and not super fluffy. And I'm going to pick up that Astral Solstice just on one side and go in, yowzer, yep, under my brow. Okay, as I expected, that's a gorgeous highlight. Very pretty. That's probably what I should have also used in the corner of my eye. All right, before I pop off to do mascara and come back and show you the final look, I want to swatch this gold, Refined Gold 02. Oh boy, that is pretty. Let me just, there, oh, I just built it up a little bit, and you see how the light catches it? That's gorgeous. What else do I want to see? There's this shade called Lovelace. Let's see what that does. Oh, that feels soft and creamy. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty. And it's got shimmer to it. It almost looks wet. Okay, I like that. That would be fun on the lid on a little bit darker look. And then Skin Show Nude. Just that one I'm curious about. That probably was another one. Yeah, that's a better highlight. You see it just on the other side of the gold there. That's a much tamer highlight. That's probably what I should have used. Okay, and last but not least, because I said I wasn't swatching it, and what am I doing? Swatching it. All right, the Rose Dusk. This shade right here. And yeah, that's a pretty color. Okay. I think I'm really gonna like this palette. I'm gonna need to play with it. So, like I said, I'm gonna pop back off and do mascara. I'll come back because there's a few more things I want to share with you. And here's the final look. I used Marc Jacobs eyeliner in Earthquake to tightline. And then of course I had to use Pat McGrath's Eye Fetish mascara, which I will say, when I want really, really long lashes, that is the mascara I go to. Let me just talk 1 second about lips. So you go, your lips changed, or maybe you did not notice that my lips changed. So in the first part of the video, it was all the Wayne Goss, sorry. In the first part of the video, it was all the Wayne Goss lip liner in mauve, topped with gloss in chrysanthemum. When I got upstairs, you know when you get away from all the lights and you're just kind of under normal lighting, I like the look a lot better. It's not quite as cray-cray as it looks right now to me, but I felt like it needed the pink kind of punched up. So my go-to love it, love it, love it pink is Uma Beauty. This is the shade Allure. It is gorgeous. I did a whole video on this. I will link it at the end of this. I also did a video on the Wayne Goss lippies I got. I will link that. Oh my gosh, if you don't know, Wayne Goss watched and commented on my video. What? Yeah, totally over the moon about that. That was amazing. Thank you, Wayne. So definitely check that one out if you haven't. It'll be linked at the end of this one. So, first thoughts and impressions on the Divine Rose palette. I'm intrigued. I didn't fall head over heels in love with it when I saw it, but now having swatched some of the colors, and I think if I play with them a bit, I think I I think I will love it. I think I'll be very happy with my purchase. Maybe not happy that it was $125, but it is what it is. So, thank you for being here. Subscribe, hit the bell, get notified. Because I'm not posting as often as I was, but I am still posting. Have a fantastic day.